Welcome to Bus Vibes.
Well, hello, YouTube land. Today is December the 8th. And if you can't tell, I am re-recording the audio over the top of this because for some reason, I think my plug came undone. You can see I'm in $12.99 again. And this hood is extremely difficult to open. I want you guys to see right here on the corner. I don't want to raise it up by these arms because they are starting to crack right around the plexiglass plastic area. I've noticed it on when I was driving 1216. It was the same thing. All right, my fluids are good. Hoses look good. Belt's good. All right, we're going to check the oil here. And you'll notice when I put this thing back in, I think Lane talked about it on the last video, that it's a pain to get back in. And then I'm going to give you a brutally honest view of 99. Lane wasn't joking when he said this thing does not want to go in there. That's why that little bend is in there. You gotta flip it around a couple times until it figures out which way it wants to go in. Got some decent tire or brake wear. I think I figured out what's going on with this new camera. This is my new one again. Because I have my microphone plugged in, it is only going to record in mono. However, the program I have allows me to take the mono signal from the left channel and put it on the right channel. So hopefully everyone I won't get another debacle like that last one where it was just on the left side. I do apologize for that again. It's just learning curve with a new phone. I mean new phone. This is not a phone, it's a GoPro. Anyway, so let me start with my brutally honest opinion of this bus. I know Lane has a lot of fond memories of it because it was his first bus. Dang, that wheel's dirty. That sand is. Look at this stuff. Golly. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Brutally honest opinion. 99 is a good bus. It really is. It, considering for the age and how many miles it's got on it, it's not bad at all. I can understand why everybody wants this bus because it runs decent. It's fairly quiet. And well, let me get into it more. Build up some air pressure. While that's building up, Let me do the inside stuff. Okay, that works. Now, this is a 2012. So, now being the end of the 2025, I'm going to call it 2026. Let's just lights on. Lights off. I mean, because most of these were probably built, you know, I mean, we've had 2026s in our fleet since what, June? So, guess I should have done that. Get it built up a little quicker. Glasses are dirty. If any of you guys are bus drivers, let me give you all a hint. If you're during the day and you want to see if your strobe light's working, come up here to the rear hatch. And it's on. Come on. Come on now. Got a loose wire up here or something. Now, can I close it without the warning horn going off? Come on. I might have to leave this rear hatch open. That's ridiculous. Okay. All right, we're going to try something here. We know the system works. Now, let's see if I shut it first, then start it up. Well, one more time. Come on! Tell you what, we're leaving it open. I will ask Lane about that later. So you can tell, buses are old. Wiring issues or what have you. Just hope it doesn't rain. Alright, those are working. Stop sign, both of them. Stop sign, both of them. Right. Yeah. Okay. Brakes hold. Hopefully Lane will give me some pointers on something. I want to say last time I drove 16, it did the exact same thing. Where the only way to get that alarm to shut is just pull it down a little bit. But in 16, I was able to finally finesse it to get that door, the hatch to shut. Okay, what does that tell me? Don't open the hatches. Should learn by now. But I was checking the emergency exits and all that. That one was just checking the strobe light. Next time I'll walk outside and check it. Anyway, oh yeah, I was telling you I was being brutally honest with you about this bus. Again, a lot of people want it because it drives fairly good. I mean, we have 212, let's just say 213,000 miles is what I'm going to hit today. And the main thing I want to compare it to, let's just say if I'm comparing it to, say, 01 or 16 or 98, because I've never driven 95, or 01. Oh, this thing is so much better. The front end still is there's a lot of squeaks in the front end compared to, say, 201, but compared to those other ones, I like 16, for example, I thought the front end was going to fall off. It was just so loud. And this one is not bad. I mean, you still get some noise on it, but it's not nearly as bad. Oh, man. Again, when you start to drive something on a normal basis, you get used to it, right? For example, 201 is a goofy bus, but I'm used to it. My door open switch on this one is where it's supposed to be. Amber is here, door open switch here. 201, my amber's here, door open switch is there. Lane, text me. I'll look at it when I get to the school. No. Drive-wise, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have a fast idle button, but you use the cruise control. It works fine. Air conditioning and heat works pretty decent. Of course, I can't tell in the air conditioning because it's 50 degrees, 54 degrees today. Heat works fine. I mean, it's an old bus. One major issue I have with this bus, especially compared to the other ones, it stinks. I don't know what the odor is in here. I'm constantly having to spray Lysol in here. It smells. Lane said that he thought cats urinated in here or something at one point with somebody. It doesn't smell like that. It smells kind of like a musty, mildewy smell is the best way I can describe it. So, yeah. More later. All right. I got a text from Lane. You can see it's shut now. He basically said, close it and just use your fist and hit up here. all over the place until the alarm goes off. That's it. Oh, there's your vision, everyone. Your Bluebird. I was told recently the color scheme, apparently. So if it's black, it's a normal driving one. If it's green, it's propane. If it's blue, it's electric, I think. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's what I understood. You know, when I say normal, meaning diesel. All right, I'm back after dropping all my elementary kids off. Well, guess what? Lane's fix didn't work. The alarm started going off as I'm driving down the road. I do have it shut again, and then had to beat on it with my hand, and hopefully it'll last this time. Oh boy. Okay. So again, I'm rating this thing. So on a scale of 0 to 10, as a spare, I'm going to give this a solid 7. Everyday driver, probably a 5, just because the smell is so bad. It really is. Maybe I've just gotten used to a 1 in that I keep little air conditioning vents, little smelly things in there to keep the stink out of my bus. This definitely could use it. So, I don't know what, somebody's texting and stuff. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yesterday was our big Christmas program at our church. It went all pretty well. We were expecting a lot more in the 6 o'clock. It was like sold out. When I say sold out, they just ask people register. That's what they asked for. And so they didn't even have a no kidding. I mean, it wasn't like they were selling tickets. They just asked people to register. So they knew how many people. Well, when they got to that threshold and said, okay, guess what? We're over our max capacity. We need to open up another one. So we ended up doing it at 2 o'clock. And the 2 o'clock one went flawless, really. We had no issues with it. Had a few glitches in the 6 o'clock, but they were... They were unforeseen. Let's put it that way. We have some controllers that control the house lights that are in the hall, and we think someone was leaning up against them at one point in one of the songs, and so the house lights started coming on until the guy got control of it with his computer and was able to turn them back off. You know, a nice slow fade. But it was just weird because they came up real slow. It's like, that's weird. And then I don't know if it's our internet, we're having issues there or what, but our live stream crashed. The computer, I had to restart the computer because it wouldn't open, the OBS wouldn't open up correctly where we could actually record and go live, and it was a mess. Other than those two things, I mean, it pretty much went flawlessly. I'm not complaining whatsoever. We had one guy, he's our guitarist, and he did this song called Miraculum. It was him, all of the band, and all the orchestra playing with him. I think also I liked the 2 o'clock better because we actually had we had two violins in that service. One of them was mic'd, and then the 6 o'clock we did not. So they put the violin in the tracks. So I just think it just sounds cleaner, and this violinist is really, really good. So it sounded really fantastic. Something we did this year, which was different, we were able to record directly off the soundboard audio, and so they're going to be able to go back later on and be able to make like videos or whatever. They're going to go back and professionally mix everything
add reverb, add EQ everything, change everything up as best they can, because what we recorded was basically just direct. There was no reverb, no echo, no delay, no nothing. It was just direct. So it definitely needed to be mixed afterwards. Let me tell you a story about that. What just happened a little while ago. So I'm just leaving the school. I mean, I am not even at my first stop yet. And I hear this kindergartner behind me just bawling, just crying away. And I knew a place where I could pull over, so I pulled over there. I'm like, what's going on? I mean, and tears are just streaming down his face. He pointed over at the other boy, and he's like, he won't be my friend. And I'm like, are you serious? I thought you were hurt. I mean, and the other kid was like, yes, I'll be your friend. I was just kidding around. So then he sat with him, and they became friends and all that. But it was still, I thought the kid was hurt. I mean, because sometimes he does tend to talk with his hands and can get animated and hit people next to him, not on purpose, and sometimes on purpose. So, is one of those ones I have to keep an eye on. That's why he sits directly behind me, so I can look up in the mirror and keep an eye on him. Yeah, the two right behind me, those are my the ones I keep the closest eye on. And then my fifth graders again. I have a rule in my bus. Oh, dadgummit, there goes my Lysol rolling to the back. I have a rule on my bus. For my elementary kids, the back 4 seats are off limits. They have assigned seats. They sit where I tell them to because I know the shenanigans that they'll pull. And my fifth graders who think that they own the bus, which they don't, are constantly, especially because we're in a spare bus and it doesn't have their name on the wall, so they're wanting to go and sit in the back seat. Well, the main reason is because they like to stand in the back seat and lean up against the back door. And it's like, no, dudes, you need to sit down in your seats, period. So at the stop, not only did I take care of the one crier, I took care of them. They're like, you all know better. You're not supposed to sit in those seats because you don't know how to sit down in a bus. Why? I don't know. A bus is a moving vehicle. These are the times where I really wish we had seatbelts. Buckle them in and make sure they're stuck there. But that's a discussion for another day. Or we could do that. Yeah. So we've had that. I got more to talk about here after I drop my high school and middle schoolers off. I'll be back. All right, I'm back from dropping all my high school and middle school kids off. And I didn't get to finish all my stuff that I was talking about earlier. First of all, our Christmas performance. I don't want y'all to think it was bad because it wasn't. We have got some fantastic singers. You guys would not want to hear me sing because I suck. Bad. And that's why I'm in tech. I can make other people sound better than they are. But no, a lot of our singers, they did a phenomenal job. They really did. And when I say tech, I mean there was several of us. We have one person that's running the camera, one person that's actually mixing the live stream mix, one person is doing the words on the screen, and for the we call them confidence monitors. It's basically the words for the choir. with notes and stuff, like if you put, hey, this is unison, or this is in parts, or, hey, this is a crescendo, or whatever, And, of course, the audience doesn't see all that. That's just for the choir and the praise team and the soloist. And, again, they did a phenomenal job. And then I was running sound. And then we had another guy that we hired in to do lights this year. So we had 5 of us up there in tech. Plus, we had one of our tech people downstairs as a stagehand. And we had a place called Mic World. Basically because, they had to switch microphones in between songs, and they had to get the right microphone because that's what we had already practiced with and mixed, and they had to get the right in-ear pack so they could plug into that, and then that would have their mix on there correctly. And then, of course, in between each song, I'm switching scenes so that their mix will be that they've already set for their what they can hear in their ear would come up every time. So we're actually getting ready. They've already ordered a new soundboard, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming that this one will do the same thing, have different scenes and everything. But don't know. We'll find out when it gets here, when all that happens. I was when I rated 99 and told you some other stuff that I liked and disliked. One of the things I really like about this bus is this seat. Remember, I think last time I was driving 16, I felt like I was leaning over towards the right. This one is nice and firm. The what you call it? The thing in the back, the lumbar support works very well. There you go. I just blew up some air in the back of my seat for my lower back because it's a little stiff. But yeah, no, this is a good bus. It really is. So, upcoming events, we've got our school Christmas program, which will be tomorrow night, which I'm not recording tomorrow. I've just got too much to do on that. I'm getting my bus back on Wednesday. I got a Christmas party on Friday, then we've got church on Sunday, and then we have family fun night on Sunday night where they do all kinds of games and activities, and it's going to be Christmas themed, and it's a good time, really is. And then I've got like 2 Christmas parties that next week, and then after that I'm kind of going to be on a hiatus because we'll have to turn our buses back in at that point. I would love to be able to keep mine, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm hoping to record some extra videos that I can release during that week, or during the week of Christmas or whatever, or during those 2 weeks off. That way, one, you guys are not like, we need bus vibes, or we need Lane. I don't know if Lane's doing it or not. We're working on some other stuff that we want to do too. So, we'll see how all this works out. We don't know. I can't promise anything. I've learned that from this channel is if I say something, you guys take it as gospel, and that, oh my goodness, if he said him and Lane are going to do this and that's going to happen, I don't want to say anything or promise anything because I don't know. Off. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Bus Vibes. Maybe I'll call it 99 review or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still going to have this bus for a couple more days. And thank you all for watching. Until the next time. Thanks for watching.